We're live. Welcome, one and all, to the West Coast Draft Podcast. We're back. We are under 3 weeks until draft day.
Jeez.
20, no, less than 20. We're 19 days away from the draft.
I cannot
Well,
believe that. Holy
it's
shit.
almost here. It's almost here. This draft season's felt a little weird, honestly. I'm not gonna lie.
It
It doesn't
has
feel
felt weird.
quite as consequential, I guess. Not consequential.
Yeah, it feels
As
weird to own basically the two biggest moves of the offseason.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's I think it's because it's been a pretty quiet offseason.
I'd say free agency being a little bit slower than normal has also made the draft feel a
Not a
little bit
great
slower than normal.
class.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think it's kind of just been like a little slower off season, I feel like.
Mhm.
Um, but that's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And guess what? In 19 days, we're still gonna be pumped up for the draft no matter what.
Oh
And
yeah.
we still got the draft week streams. We still got to do the final mock. We got to do the draft day watch. And then maybe we'll do the horizontal board on that last week too.
Oh yes, sir.
Have it all set up. So
Dude, I wish draft week was the week after I was done with work, but it's gonna be a pretty slow week, guys, so I'm not gonna have too much responsibilities myself, so it'll be nice.
that's good. Well, shall we hop right into it? So, oh
Oh,
wait,
oh,
before
one
we
thing I wanted to
do,
mention.
yeah,
Go,
go
you go
ahead.
ahead. You say your
I
thing
was I
first.
was gonna ask you how you're doing, my friend.
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I saw Travis Hunter with a ridiculous route that he ran in his pro day. Was it yesterday or today? Did you see that clip?
I did not know. Wait, hold on, let me pull this up.
Just look up Travis Hunter on Twitter.
Twitter.com. Googling Twitter.com. What's wrong with that? All right, here we go. Travis Hunter. Holy cow, it is taking a sweet time loading. Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
You That's crazy. Travis Hunter. Here we go. Which one is it?
That one.
Oh, this
The
one.
second. Yeah, this one.
There you go. Very nice. Look at that. Look at that.
We're like a 4 yard in. All that,
That's hey, you know
dude.
what? You
Like
know what?
like an NFL corner just like runs right through him, knocks him to the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But you know what? He's still probably gonna go high in this draft.
Oh yeah,
So
he gets rerouted to an out with that
that
with that route.
is very true. That is very true. Um, well, all right, my friend. Well, shall we hop right into the draft, or is there
Let's
anything
do
else you
it.
want to chat about? It's kind of a slow week from a news standpoint.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to think. Was there any big NFL news this week?
Rule committee stuff, I think.
Oh, rule committee stuff. That's right. Um, um, the classic NFL coaches
Oh
picture
yes,
came out, which is always a
it
classic.
was
I
nice
was
seeing Pete Carroll.
Yeah, that's true. He's back and he's sitting in between the Harbaughs.
Oh,
Honestly, hold on. I'll pull this up. Hold on. We got time today. NFL coaches picture. I need this one. I need the current one. Here we go.
Barstool.
Barstool.
Kyle
There you go.
Shanahan's really looking like
Yeah, he's here we go. Open image and new tab.
those World War I before and afters.
There we go. All right. It's not very high def, but that's all right. There we go. What are the takeaways? Dan Campbell still a monster.
Sean McVay is incredibly handsome.
Sean McVay's just he's got drip there. Same with McDaniel over here
Yeah,
on the left
yeah.
side.
Dable looks like he gained a little bit back.
Yeah. Well, I like how he's the only one wearing any like team gear. Everyone else is just in like a polo or t-shirt. Obviously the Hawaiian shirt, Andy Reid staple.
Mike
Um,
McDaniel's looking pretty handsome, or McDonald's looking pretty handsome.
yeah, over on this side here. The two
Liam
former Detroit coordinators sit next to each other. That's fun.
Liam Cohen looks goofy as hell. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you know what, he's staying next to Todd Bowles though, so I guess water under the bridge there. Um,
Yeah.
Also I
Um.
like that Andy Reid not wearing shorts this year. Instead, Nick Sirianni is. I guess if you win the Super Bowl, you get to wear shorts at the coaches meeting. I guess that's the rule.
Uh. Sean Payton's not sitting down, so we don't see his massive hog this time.
He had to hide it. He had to hide it.
Seeing Schottenheimer as a head coach to me is just hilarious.
So that was the one where I was looking through this. That was the one where, like, for the longest time, I couldn't tell who I was looking at. I was
He's
like,
literally
who
like
is
that
this dude?
picture of like those guys like with gun, the soldiers with guns, and then the one clown. That's shoddy. As much as I love him,
Oh, it's so
and
funny. He's the head coach of the Cowboys, too. Just like the most
the most
nondescript coach
prestigious,
ever.
the most prestigious job in the NFL, and it's Brian Schottenheimer. And then every single time I see Mike Tomlin without a hat or a beanie, it just doesn't look right, man.
It's it's the clip from the SpongeBob movie. Bald, bald, bald.
And then I always think of that meme, that one, that like impression of Mike Tomlin, that guy in his car.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah, like you said, Shanahan's seen worse day or better days. I like how
Pete Carroll
Brian
looks good, man.
Callahan's. Who's that?
Pete Carroll looks good,
Oh
man.
yeah, he looks rested. He looks rested. Brian Callahan looking in the wrong direction, probably just thinking about like, man, I left Joe Burrow for this.
This is some of the biggest Pete Carroll's catching trees ever been.
Yeah.
You got Quinn, you got Canales, you got Shoddy. The Pete guys are kind of close together. You got Canales right next to
Oh yeah, it's true. I didn't
Shoddy, and
even
then
think about
Quinn
that.
right below. Mike Vrabel's
Shaw.
back.
Vrabel's back. That's true. Vrabel standing near Callahan, being like,
A-
"Yeah, see what I was had to put up with."
Aaron Glenn's got the swag with the gray and the beard, man.
Yeah,
Who's
yeah.
that all the way on the left end?
That's Jonathan Gannon.
Who's the guy in the white next to Bulls?
Bull. That's Steichen.
And who's to his right? Is that O'Connell?
KOC. That's KOC,
He's
man.
KOC is un the most forgettable looking head coach.
He is. He is. Honestly, he's
He
probably
has a
one.
great head
The
coach.
fact that it's funny that he won Coach of the Year this year because he's one of the more forgettable coaches.
Honestly,
Period.
I forgot he won coach of the year.
Yeah. It's easy to forget that, honestly.
Dan Quinn
Um.
or Dan Campbell looks so fucking tall, man.
Yeah. Yeah, him and look at this. They put Tomlin, who's probably one of the shorter guys that still got a spot in the back
Between him
row,
and
and then
O'Connell.
you put him between the two tall guys.
He's got
There
a
you
nice
go.
shine on that head. He
Yeah,
buffed it.
yeah, he does. Look at that. Look at
What's up, Chrome Dome?
that. Oh man, Sirianni's got that big dumb. I just won a Super Bowl grin on his face.
For guys that look pretty similar, same system, same kind of way they moved up, Kyle Shanahan aged so much worse than Matt LaFleur.
Right.
So they're pretty similar looking when they first got the job.
Yeah. And they've honestly had pretty similar stress levels too, when you think about it, because LaFleur had to deal with Rodgers for a few
Yeah.
years and still underachieving. Like, yeah, he's never been to a Super Bowl. Maybe going to the Super Bowl and losing is what fucks you up. Because Shanahan's had to do that a
Oh
few
yeah,
times.
3 times.
Yeah, maybe that's what gets to you eventually.
That's it. Yeah, that's totally it.
LaFleur's like, I keep losing the NFC Championship. I'm okay. But yeah,
Also,
Shanahan's not old, but man, he's looking rough.
Shoddy has a horrible shirt on too. Jesus,
Yeah, it's way, way too big there. Way too big, shoddy.
big, wrinkled, and a bad color of blue. It
Yeah.
looks really cheap. All right, shall
Oh,
we get to the
yes.
dude? Look how
Yes.
skinny Pete Carroll's legs are looking. That's old man legs, right? Those
That's
are
true,
old
man.
man
He
legs.
skips calf day, man. He skips yeah, when you're old, you don't
Hey,
focus on
I
leg
think
day
I
as
think Pete
much.
gets the most exercise out of most of these guys, man.
Yeah,
He's out
that's
there running
fair.
around at practice.
That's true. That's true. That's why his legs are so thin though. He's getting all that cardio, not enough time in the weight room.
True.
Yeah. But All right, my friend. Well, let's hop right into it. So the gimmick with this is we will have trades. So we're doing our typical AFC NFC split, but for the first time, we will have trades. And that does that start right here at the top? No, it doesn't. I think it sounds as we get closer and closer to the draft, it sounds like Cam Ward's the Titans is a lock. The only question is what number he wears when he's there, because unfortunately, the number one, actually not unfortunately, the number one is retired by the Tennessee Titans organization because of Husky legend Warren Moon. So I don't know what number he's going to wear, but
You know,
that's not
Sun is walking on this year.
who.
War Moons.
Oh,
He's
Warren
going
Moon. I
to
didn't
draft
know
night.
that actually. That's
I
cool.
think he's an early enrollee though.
Did not know that. But yeah, Cam Ward, you are a Tennessee Titan. Start finding real estate in the Nashville area.
Oh, he's already
Uh,
started.
I'm sure you already had. Did you see the Titans apparently met with Shadur at the pro day to cancel their visit.
Ooh,
It's
I
it's
bet
it.
that went over well.
Oh yeah, I bet. I bet. Now with the Browns, I am gonna take some trade offers here. But let's stick with the teams interested tab. Let's not get too crazy. Let's say only teams interested. Are any of the teams here, let me get my little Zoom thing out of the way. Are any of the teams here interested in moving up to number two? There's only one AFC team, and I'm gonna say no
No,
on the Ravens
I
moving
think
up to
this is a
two.
pretty consensus pick. You're getting the
Yeah.
best player in the draft here.
Yeah. Give me Abdul Carter. All right, Giants here. All right. First, do you want to trade?
No, I really like the idea of getting the Colorado boys. So give me
All right.
Trav.
Trav right here. Killer Trav. All right. In that case, Patriots, well, they have a lot of needs still. They could go best O lineman available here, and it's what they probably should do. But let's see what the trade options are like. Ooh, yeah, I'm not trading back that far. New England Patriots will not be trading all the way back to 18, I'm afraid. So in that case, give me Armand Membu. You are a New
Hmm.
England Patriot. Jaguars. Let's see. First, Jaguars have a lot of needs, honestly. In a rough spot. Mason Graham, be a good pick here. Honestly, Geod Campbell. It's a little rich for a linebacker, but they just need something on that front seven outside of Josh Allen. Will Campbell to build up their own offensive line, not a bad idea. T Mac to give you a receiver opposite Brian Thomas, not a bad idea. Might stick with Mason Graham here unless any of these ones blow me away. I don't know. It's a lot of NFC teams here. Do you have a trade?
Um, Bears going to trade up here.
Bears gonna trade up. All right. So obviously be 10-5. What else?
Um, Probably gonna have to give up 39, huh? No,
39?
no, 41. 41.
Try that.
Yeah, let's try it. I think it's pretty good value.
All right. There we go.
The,
So the Bears are on the clock here. All right.
the Bears will be taking Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren pairing him with Cole Kmet in that offense. That's fun. That's fun. I like that. Raiders here. T Mac Graham, Genty, O line help. All makes sense. Corner. What's their corner room looking like at the moment? I actually don't even know. It's a lot of Genty. Are the Saints gonna trade up here?
No.
All right, in that case, let's break some hearts in Dallas and draft Ashton Genty to the Las Vegas Raiders. Jets. O-line help, definitely a need. Receiver help. Yeah. QB. Shadur's still there. Um,
Jets are
Saints.
going on a jihad.
Jihad, yeah, to replace that makes sense too. I also like that. Yeah, I like that. Give me, yeah, Jihad Campbell to the Jets makes a lot of sense there. All right, and you're back up with the Panthers.
I think get the best receiver available. That's not a wide receiver. It is a tight end. Give me Colston.
Colson Loveland. Man, two tight ends in the top eight would be kind
It's
of
gonna.
crazy.
It's. I think it's gonna happen, man.
And the Colts are freaking out because they were probably hoping at least one of those guys would be there at 14, but no such luck.
The Saints will be trading down.
With whom?
Are the Colts interested?
The Colts are interested.
Let's make a swing. I'll take 71.
Oh wait, yeah, hold on. Yeah, I'm the Colts. I have to pitch this to you.
I'll take
Yeah.
80.
You take 80. Look at that. Likely to be accepted. There you go. Trade accepted. All right. I'm picking for the Colts. Really just need offensive line help in general. Actually, when you were trading up, who were you thinking?
When I was trading up,
Well, just because you said trade down with the Colts. Who do you think the Colts would pick here?
oh, I
Just
have
get
no
your
clue. I just they
okay.
were closer. I thought it'd be unrealistic to go down.
Oh, fair enough, fair enough. And the okay, I see what you're saying. Saints wanted to trade down. Colts missed out on other tight end targets. They probably would have drafted Loveland there. Missed out on him. Um, could still build up the defensive line. Could draft Malachi Starks here, although that'd probably be a little rich. However, they do need interior offensive line help now that Will Freeze and Ryan Kelly are both gone. So give me Will Campbell to the Colts.
I like it.
And then as the Jags, I can take the guy that I probably would have taken at number 5 anyways, Mason Graham.
Oh, that's a steal.
Yeah.
I bet the Niners are feeling a little salty that they missed out on Campbell. They need O line help, but I'm not seeing any great fits for them right now.
I don't think it
Um,
trades.
I think they're going to stick and pick.
Stick and pick. All right.
Trying to think of some of the guys they lost. I think we're going to go. Yeah, I'm not loving the options here. Let's check out D line, both edge and interior.
Interior.
Show me edge, please.
What's that? Sorry.
Can you show me edge as well?
Oh, edge as well. Yeah, sorry.
Oh gosh, just nothing great. Actually, let's take a look at a trade down. I think maybe a receiver needy team might want to leapfrog the Cowboys. Won't be the
I'm not
bug.
quite sure how to help you with that.
Um, I don't think there's anyone who's super receiver needy shortly after either. So I don't think the value's great right now. So Niners are in a tough spot right now. So I think we might just go BPA here. That is going to be Jade Barron. Let's go Jade Barron. He lost Chardavius Ward. Uh, he's the best player here.
I like it. All right, you're still up with the Cowboys.
Cowboys are going to go
Shadur's still on the board, by the way.
Cowboys are going to go Matthew Golden.
Who are they going?
Matthew Golden.
Matthew Golden. Pick we've been doing a lot recently. All right. The Miami Dolphins. Teron Armstead just retired.
He did?
Um,
Oh, damn.
yep, retired today. Um,
I bet they wish that decision got made earlier.
yeah, right, before free agency. Although they did say they were operating as if he was going to retire. So they knew. They knew.
Oh, okay. Okay.
They need O-line and D-line help badly. However, there's some trade down options here. They might be able to get an offensive lineman later. They probably don't want to battle back super far, though, so we're probably looking at the Cardinals and Packers as trade down options. Do you think either of those teams would want to move up?
Who we got here? Packers and Cards.
Yeah, Packers cards, and I might even throw the Texans in there too. Texans would definitely want to move up for one of the remaining offensive linemen, but I don't know. The Cards move up for an offensive lineman. The Packers want to move up for a receiver or a
I
corner
think
since
Cards are
most.
going to be happy with what's going to come to them both on offense or defense.
Okay, Packers
The
can move
pick I'm
up
going
for
to
a
make for the
corner.
Cards would be pretty rich at the number we're at right now. So I'm going to pass.
Any interest from the Packers?
No,
Any of the players on the
no,
board here?
they don't trade.
They don't trade. That's right. Um, you know what? I'm gonna make a trade here though. I'm gonna go with the Texans here.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna have to give up a lot, but that's all right.
Yeah.
58. And I get 116 back. All right. And 166. Okay. Do offer trade. Houston Texans are now on the clock. They are going with the offense tackle options here. Are looking at Josh Simmons.
Mm.
Some of the best tape from an offensive lineman coming off an injury, but they've got old guys there, so they can make it work.
I think we're going to go receiver here. I think we're going to go T Mac.
Here we go, T Mac.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Falcons. I think they're going to go Donovan Ezeraku.
Here we go. Donovic is a rock.
Cardinals. I'm going to rip my heart out going Gray Zabel.
Hold on. Sorry, I can't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is my audio quiet?
It's a little quiet, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna rip my heart out here, and I'm gonna go Gray Zabel.
Ray Zabel, interior O line, or I think he's actually
He can
under
play
tackle here.
tackle. I think he's best fit at guard, but he could play tackle. But I don't think the Cardinals would need that.
No teams wanting to trade down. I would want to trade down here. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, you know what? There's some good options on the board here. Edge, I'd probably look at Mike Green, James Pierce, both make sense here. Um, Interior D line, all the best options are still there. I can do what I did last week and draft Kelvin Banks here. I'm gonna the new pick actually. Give me Mike Green.
All right.
Get some juice off the edge to go across from Hendrickson.
Want to hear something really interesting I heard from Staten?
Who's that? Or not, sorry, who's that? What's that?
He thinks that Emeka Buka could be an option at 18.
That'd be a surprise.
Supposedly he's been getting raves from the NFL.
Yeah,
However, now that we've missed out on no line, to go best player available, I think Mike McDonald's gonna love Malachi Starks.
yeah. Yeah, can't argue with that.
All right, Titans want or Bucks want ball hawks. Got a ball hawk right there, Will Johnson.
Sorry, who's that? Sorry, I can't hear.
Dang. Let me try and fix this. Testing, testing,
I can still hear you. It's just like it's not much louder.
testing, testing. Just louder.
Hold on. Here, try again.
How about this?
It's all right. It might be as good as it's gonna get, so
Is this better?
a little bit, yeah.
All right, I just moved up mic volume all the way to the top. Any better?
A little bit, yeah.
All right, we'll just have to deal with it. I'm using a new pair of headphones, so that might be why. Unfortunate. Um, so the Bucks have been saying they want ball hawks. There's a good one available. We're gonna go Will Johnson here.
Will Johnson, I like it. Makes a lot of sense there. At that spot. Broncos. So, oh,
I
they're
have a
not trading.
trade proposal. Trade proposal.
Oh yeah, all right.
The New York Giants would like to trade with the LA Charge or with the Broncos.
Ooh. All right.
This year's 34, next year's first. Is that good enough? On a fourth?
Um, the Giants are not interested in trading for this pick. That's funny, actually.
Is that good enough?
Uh, I'm not force it anyways because I
All right, it's good
respect it.
enough. Okay, good. Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah,
Oh, okay, good, good, good. The New York Giants will be reuniting Shadur Sanders in a absolutely viral moment. Travis Hunter's going to come on stage. So is Dion. It's going to be insane.
that'd be pretty crazy. I actually would think that'd be pretty cool.
They're going to
That'd
be
be
doing the
pretty
New York media circuit, man. It's gonna be insane.
cool.
But they
Oh,
wanted to
jeez.
leapfrog the Steelers. Dude,
Yeah,
imagine Shadur having to play with for Tomlin.
that would not go over well. I will say that. That would not go over well. I don't even think Fields like playing for Tomlin. Oh, Shadur would for sure would crack hard.
Big time.
Instead, he gets to work with Dable and then probably his dad again next year after Dable gets fired.
Probably. Uh Shuck, 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 shuck.
Oh, that's right. This is my pick. Well, no one wants to trade here. Steelers are not. Man, I want to draft Tyler Shuck because it would be so funny.
I heard Will Howard is the buzz now lately.
I can see that honestly. Man. Tackle though. No, they've drafted tackles back to back years. They're not drafting another safety corner. They still need some corner help. I know they got Darius Slay, but he's kind of on the older end here. Who are the corners available in here? Hairston. Eh. Not going corner. Safety does it need? Amanawari? No, they don't need safety. They got Fitzpatrick, Elliott, and Thornhill back there. They're fine there. Ooh, I gotta pick Marion Hampton.
That's good.
Marion Hampton, Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, Chargers. Here we go. Ooh, man. What direction to go with the Chargers? Receiver?
We've been going a
Honestly,
certain
they got two receivers on the board here still that they could probably pick and be happy with. So I think they're going to try to trade down to the
well, I mean,
Vikings.
we've been going a certain direction with them for a while though.
What's that?
We've been going Kenneth Grant for them for quite some
We
time.
have been. So honestly, I think there's three different players on the board here they'd
Mm-hmm.
like, and the Vikings are willing to trade up. So are the
There we
Vikings
go.
willing to trade up?
Why not? Why not? Give me 86.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, no, wait, no, no, wait.
Oh
Wrong
yeah.
way.
The Chargers are the team moving
No,
down.
give him 97.
97 and then 125. There we go. All right. Vikings.
The Minnesota Vikings select Walter Nolan.
Walter Nolan, man. Him learning behind Jonathan Allen and Javon Hargrave.
Versatile defender for that scheme.
Oop. Back. Let's see. They like trade downs. What are we looking at? Bills? Unless there's someone. Tell me if you want to trade down. We don't have to trade down.
I was just thinking about what they were going to do. They like to stick and pick.
We do like to stick with pick, yeah.
As often, even though they rarely take receivers, I think they're going to love Emeka Ibuka. We're going to go
Yeah.
Emeka.
Over Burden. That'd be funny, actually. But it does make a lot of sense. All right, so now the Chargers get to decide between Kenneth Grant and Luther Burden.
Why not spice it up?
What's that?
Never mind. Never mind.
They do need a lot of help on the D line too, honestly. They might need more help at D line than they do at receiver at this point. Yeah, I'll go Grant there. Keep it up, keep it kind of chalky. And then the Dolphins, honestly, they might get the player they would have picked at 13. after all that. So it can be Kelvin Banks to the Miami Dolphins.
This is a pick I've been liking for a while now. Uh, Give me Harrison. Wait, no, 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 no. Give me what's the name of the Georgia linebacker? That's the pick I've been liking.
Oh, Walker,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep.
Jalen Walker, versatility there. Ravens aren't trading with the Bills, so don't worry about that. They could go Luther Burden here. They could go James Pierce here. They could go Edge with Michael Williams here. Honestly, any of these top three makes sense. We go. Let's see. Need James Pierce here to the Ravens. Makes a lot of sense. Lions on board.
This is a player I've been seeing get a lot of hype lately. We're gonna go Derek Harmon.
Derek Harmon. I like it. That makes a lot of sense too.
I think you can find some edges late a bit later that can be a running
Uh,
buddy for B. Why not get the young guy a weapon? Give me Luther Burden.
Defense would be pretty deadly with the burden. That'd be crazy. Um, Bills. This one makes a lot of sense here. Seeing a lot. Max Hairston to the Bills. No trades. So yeah, Max Hairston, come on down to Buffalo. Need someone that can cover those AFC wide
Mhm.
receivers.
You're up, buddy.
Oh, I'm still up. You're right. Never mind. Chiefs. Who are the top offensive linemen
Yep,
available?
basically.
Tyler Booker still on the board. Uh,
Can he play tackle though?
well, they need a left guard too.
It's true.
So
That
yeah,
is a good pick. Yeah.
give me Tyler Booker to the Chiefs to close us off there, and then you are finishing us off with the Eagles.
Howie Roseman sees a Georgia defender. Howard Roseman takes one.
Michael Williams.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Wow, what a way to close that one out. There it is. I've earned a new award. What's my
Our
new award?
first mock with trades.
There you go. We did have one mock. We did have one trade in our last mock,
Oh, that's right.
but there's the full first round. Hold on, let me send this in the chat here real fast. Um,
That was fun doing some
that was
trades.
fun, you know. You got another little another factor we have to throw into the mix. Another thing they always have to think about because in the real draft, of course, there will be trades. How many trades there will be, of course, is the question. Last year we thought there was gonna be like a million trades, and there really weren't. Last year it was not very trade heavy until the until we started getting more into the middle.
Yeah,
When
it
was the
was
first trade
after
last year? I don't think it
it was
was
the
till like
Vikings
yeah, the
trade.
Vikings moving up like one pick for McCarthy. That's always funny when there's like we finally got a trade and it's one pick up.
No,
It's
well, they
always
also traded up for Turner too.
that's true. They did also trade up for Turner. They had two trades in
Yeah,
there, so they went a little crazy. They went a little crazy with the trades, and then not much else. Honestly, there's the I guess there's the Chiefs moving up for Worthy. Um, and I can't really
you
think of
know,
any other
as
trades.
much flack as we got for not taking Verse, at least we didn't take Turner over Verse
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. Goodness gracious,
and got
imagine
haunted by it in both games they played against them.
that shared first was man, he was pretty crazy for the Rams last
He
year.
was.
That's a
I was told many, many times, even before the draft, Verse was probably the pick, and then Murphy was there. They did not
available, yeah.
expect that. I don't think anybody did expect what happened in the first round to happen.
Yeah.
At least he didn't take as much as we love Laiatu Latu. I think he'd want Verse in that position if you could do it over. Is this live?
This is live. Sorry. No, you're good. I'm sorry. I'm plugging in the description So I come up with things on the spot. I haven't transitioned to AI for my descriptions quite yet. So um
We
had to
should
throw
just get
something in
AI
there.
to replace both of us on the podcast.
It's coming. It's coming. Hopefully not anytime soon. But it's coming. Um, all right, let's see. Takeaways here. Two running backs. Although not going quite as high. I know there's one report that said Hampton could go really, really high,
I've heard that, yeah.
going 21. That's not quite as high as I thought. I think 12 to Dallas might make sense there. In fact, it's funny. I think the year that Bijan and Gibbs went, I think 8 and 12. Uh could be looking at 6 and 12 for Genty and
Jeez.
Hampton. Oh, what else we got here? Obviously, Cam Ward won. Only two QBs going, and one and Shadur going late. Um, but of course the Hunter and Shadur combo and
That's some
up in
fun.
New York. That'd be an all-time press conference
Oh
on
yeah.
Friday morning. It'd be pretty great.
Two tight ends,
What a
top eight.
two tight ends, top
It's gonna
eight. Yep,
happen, man. It's gonna happen.
that'd be pretty wild. Yeah, no, the Panthers don't have a lot of tight end right now. It actually makes a lot of sense. Although Loveland's really more of a slot receiver, if we're
No,
being real.
no, no, he's not. No.
He can't block, dude. He's a terrible
What?
blocker. He's a terrible blocker.
No, he is not. No, he is not. He's a very good blocker. He's a complete tight end. You are full of it.
Tyler Warren's a complete tight end. That's why he's going higher.
I don't. I wouldn't be surprised if Loveland goes higher than Warren.
I'm not surprised that I wouldn't either, but
No,
he's going to be out in the slot
Loveland
a
is a.
lot.
He will be, but he's totally. He's a great blocker. I totally disagree with you.
Let's see. Back to back Texas guys there. What was one draft we had where? Oh, never mind. That was a different draft I saw where Barron, Golden, Danks went back to back to back. I'm like, man, ah, that wasn't one of our drafts though. That was a different draft I saw. You know what?
I'm
That's a pretty good
sleepy, my
draft.
friend.
No, you're good. You're good. We'll sign off here. I just want to see if there's any other big one the takeaways here. I'd say we covered most of the big ones though. So we'll call that the sign off. But that is it for a little short, only a 37-minute edition at the West Coast
Jeez.
Draft Podcast. We did start kind of late though, so that makes sense. So we're
I'm
getting fast. No more draft
exhausted.
week pods will not be that fast.
No,
So
they will not.
we're getting the fast ones out of the way here soon. But that is it for this edition of the West Coast Draft Podcast. Any closing thoughts, my friend?
If one of us gets closer and closer to the draft season, all of us do. If one of us click like, all of us click like. If one of us subscribe, all of us subscribe.